What's going on, everybody? I'm going to show you guys real quick how to work with text inside Fusion. I'm going to show you a way to, when you make key tags or any design in particular, I'm going to show you what I've learned and how to work with different types of text, how to make it all flat, how to have it extruded at different layers and everything. So let's get into it real quick, and I'll show you quick ways to do it in Fusion and how to bring the text, any font that you guys want. Because sometimes Fusion gives me problem of bringing the fonts in. So I'll show you quick way how to do it. So here we go. Let's go over here. Okay, let's make a new sketch real quick. Or actually, I can just work off of something over here. Let me work off of this one real quick. Okay, and then let me just hide that. Okay, so now let me start a new sketch, okay, real quick. All right, so put a text in here, okay, right there, and I'm just gonna say, you know, we'll just go with my name, Parrot King, right? And Parrot King, okay. So pick the font that you want. Sometimes some fonts will give you a problem when you try to extrude it. So let's go with, I don't know which one usually gives me problem. Probably this one. I think this one gives me problems, but we'll try it out. Okay, so 15, we'll just do that real quick, or actually let's just take it back to 10. Okay, okay, all right, so we got our text right here. Okay, so first thing that I like to do is I like to explode the text. Okay, and that's what something I've learned recently. A good friend of mine that I met through 3D printing, Mrs. Printing Deck, she showed me the trick. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click and we're gonna do explode text. Okay, but see, now that's the one I was talking about. Okay, so it gives you a problem. Okay, so when you try to explode the text, boom, gives you a warning. Could not retrieve from the selected font, right? So even if I do E for extrude and I click this, and let me see if that will work. Nope, cannot complete extrusion. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? But you want this font. This is the font that you want, okay? So here, I'll show you a trick how to do that real quick, okay? Go to Google, okay? Put in Google Fonts to SVG, okay? And this thing will open up right here. First one, okay? So let's go over here. All right, now, let's go find that font. I know what the font is called. It's a Fortnite font, the game for Fortnite, right? So let's do Fortnite free font, okay? And then you just gotta download the font, right? This is the one right here, okay? So I'm gonna download this and I'm gonna put it in the video folder right here, Fortnite zip. All right, let's extract it real quick and extract all. Okay, there's our font right here, okay? Let me close this one right here. So go to Google SVG, right? And then pull the font right up in here, okay? It says right here, choose file, upload the font. Just drag it right in there, okay? Now you see it's changed it into that font, right? And then you gotta click Union, right? Because some fonts that overlap each other, it will make weird shapes. So just click Union. I found it helps out, okay? So now I'm gonna put in Parrot Kanji, okay? Parrot King, and boom, right here, down here, download SVG. As easy as that, okay? It's gonna download the SVG of Parrot King. Let's go back to Fusion. And now insert an SVG from your computer. And where's my, right here, okay? Parrotking.svg right here, okay? And boom, look at that. Okay, nice and easy, right? Really cool, okay? So if your Fusion fonts aren't working, then that's definitely a way that I use a lot of times, okay, to do that. Now hit okay. Okay, now you don't need to do explode or anything because it's a shape, right? All right, so from here you got two options. How do you want your border? Okay, you want a rectangle, you want a circle, you want a offset of the text. How do you want that? Okay, so if you want a circle, easy as that. Boom. Okay, obviously. Okay, let's just say we want a rectangle. Okay, so you want a rectangle. Okay, and here's a few tricks. Okay, click right here, fill it. Okay, click a corner, give it little nice corners. Okay, and click all of them, and boom. Okay, now you got nice corners in there. Okay, perfect. All right, now let's say I want a border on the outside rectangle, right? So hit O for offset, okay, and click the outside shape, and then let's take it up like, I don't know, 2 millimeters or -2. I'm sorry, -2. Okay, boom. All right, now look at this. We got a border, we got the name, we got everything. Okay, so let's start extruding now. If you remember from our first video, right? First thing I like doing, okay, is extruding backwards. So I'm working at the sketch on the front, okay? So we're gonna highlight everything. I'm gonna click E to extrude, and I want the whole thing. Let's say I want the whole key tag to be 5 millimeters, right? So I'm gonna do -4, okay? Now this method, okay, is if I want 5 millimeters of, and I want it all flat, okay? And I'll print it upside down, okay? So -4 towards the back, bring the sketch back over here, okay? Now we got our sketch, everything is on the top, okay? Now, I'm gonna take the outside, I'm gonna extrude it 1 millimeter, and I'm gonna do new component. You guys can see it over here, let me go over here, okay? And I'm gonna do new component 1 millimeter, okay? Boom, okay? I'm gonna click the name, E, 1 millimeter, new component, boom, 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 boom. Okay, done. Now the outside, right? The outside border, 1 millimeter, new component, and we got to pick all the insides of this, right? And boom, and boom. Okay, there you have it. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, this is the method if you want a flat, okay, a flat key tag, okay, and you want to put a hole in it. I mean, that's easy. All you got to do, put a hole right there and put a hole right there and make it 5 millimeter. I think that's what usually usually all the key tags are about 5. I think they're about 5. I don't know. If you want to put it like right about there or somewhere, you can make it smaller, or you would have left a little bit more space, or you can extrude another one out here. Okay, let's say you don't want to put a hole in there. Okay, well, shit, I did it. Okay, well, let's say you didn't want to put a hole in there. Okay, I'll go back to my sketch. Okay, and I'll do half a circle, probably right there, and then I'll do another one right there. Okay, and I'll take the trim tool and I'll trim all the stuff I don't need. Trim. Okay, finish the sketch. Okay, bring the sketch back out with the eyeball. Now remember, originally we had extruded 4 millimeter backwards and 1 millimeter up top. Okay, so right now this sketch is in between the 4 and the 1. Okay, so I got 2 ways to do this, right? I can either go back to the first, go back to my timeline, okay, right here. I can go back to my timeline where I extruded the -4, and I can select this too, okay? So if I double click this, the first one, okay, and I'm gonna click that too, okay, boom. That's one way to do it, and then I would extrude this up 1 more millimeter, okay? New component, boom. Now, we got our whole key tag right there, right? Or, another way to do it is, like, if you didn't do that, and you added the sketch just like that, okay? Make sure when you're highlighting this, remember when we highlighted the whole thing? This is the first step again, okay? When we highlighted the whole thing, okay? Remember, this is an empty space right here, okay? So you gotta unclick that, okay? And then click OK. All right, now we're back to the same spot. We're missing 1 millimeter. If you wanna leave that right there, 4 millimeters, that's up to you. If you wanna add another millimeter, that's up to you. But, ooh, I don't wanna save that. Let's export this as a step file. Remember what I said, right? Step files. And I'm gonna make it PK tag, okay? PK tag method 1. Okay, method 1, long name. Okay, method 1. Let's go to the Bambu Slicer. Obviously, you guys know I own 2 Bambu printers. I'm Bambu exclusive at this time, and I love it. Okay, PK tag method 1. Okay, let's bring this in. Okay, now go to objects. Okay, let me do the boom. Let me make sure all that is good. Okay, go to objects, and that's the component 1. Let me pick a back color here. And maybe a red. Okay, so I think let's say I want the outline black. Okay, let's say I want the whole thing black. Number 1, let's start with the whole thing black. Okay, and I want the outline yellow, red. I want the outline. Let's just go yellow for the sake of better trying to see it. Okay, and then red, and then what is this guy? That's the inside. I'm gonna leave that black, and then that's the whole solid around there. Okay, now. This is a method, okay? Now remember, if you're gonna print it upside down like I usually do to get that nice texture plate, I forgot to tell you guys, obviously the way to get those nice textured smooth surface, not smooth, but textured surfaces, is if you have the textured plate, textured PI plate, okay? And then if I rotate this, okay? But remember, we're missing that 1 millimeter over here. So if you're gonna do this method, oh, you can't see that. if you're gonna do this method, make sure you're extruding that to 5mm too, okay? The keyhole. All right, so if I do this right now, this is gonna tell me there's some overhanging spots right there. Okay, 41 minutes, and what's gonna happen, okay, look at that. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. It's gonna do 1mm of color changes. It's gonna go back and it's gonna fill all that up. Okay, that's one method, okay? Now, you're saying, PK, I don't want a rectangular. Rectangular doesn't look good, okay? What I want is the outline of it. I want it to be the offset of the text, okay? Like, I want it to be in the shape of a text, okay? So back to the first step where we brought the SVG in for the text, okay? All right, now what you're gonna do is hit O on your keyboard, click the first letter. Pick a good spot where everything is gonna overlap each other. Now, this is gonna get a little confusing, but this is the only way I found out how to do it. So if there's a better way to do this, please let me know. Okay, so let's say I wanted negative 2.25mm. I'm gonna copy that, Control C, copy that, and I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, I'm gonna do O again, do it on A. Okay, and I'm gonna, oh crap, I forgot, what was it? 2.25, I think it was negative 2.25, right? Negative 2.25? Yeah, it was negative 2.25, okay. All right, so I'm gonna hit enter, then O again on the A, paste. But see, that one sometimes is weird like that. So you take out the negative and boom, we're back on the outside, okay? O again and paste, boom. O again, click the outline, paste, boom. O again, click the outline, paste, okay. And you gotta do that for every letter. Now, it is about to get really confusing, okay? So you gotta make sure you're looking at every line, you're looking at everything, what you don't want. That's why I do trim, because when you time to extrude the text, I'm not making myself confused if there's so many lines like that, okay? So I'm gonna do this. This is the last one right here, okay? And then take out the negative on this one. Okay, boom. Okay. So now we got the shape of the text, okay? But there's a lot of stuff over here that I don't like, okay? And show points, I don't like all that, okay? So look at this. That's confusing, really confusing, right? So what we're gonna do, I think there might be a way to like build the offset behind, I don't know, but this is the way I found out that works for me at least, and so that's what I've been doing, okay? So we got this right here. What else I was gonna do to this? Okay, that, everything is there. Okay, sometimes you will need to do the offsets of the inside too. Okay, so if you want the outline on the inside, okay, you're gonna have to do that, okay, on every inside too, okay? But right now, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just gonna show you -1. Okay, so you see how that's gonna make a outline on the inside too, okay? I guess we can do that real quick. There's not too many inside letters, okay? 1mm right there, and then 1mm on the A, and -1 on the A, and probably 1 on the P. Okay, all right, now we got a whole bunch of lines that were here. We're about to get really confused, okay? Now let's clean this up a little bit, okay? Take the trim tool, okay? I know the outside is all gonna be one shape, so I'm gonna cut all this stuff on the inside, okay? I want a clean P, I want a clean A, I want to clean all of that, right? So take all of this stuff out. Don't confuse yourself. Don't delete the wrong line, because then you won't get the shape out of it. So you see what we're trying to achieve here? That's what we want, right? So we're going to take out all this extra stuff. Okay, and boom, and take that, and take that, and take that, take that. As long as you break the shape and it doesn't want to extrude it as a shape, you'll be fine. As long as you can break a line in it, okay? So sometimes you'll see, like, I'll leave little lines in there. As long as I'm breaking apart the shape, I'll be all right. Do this, do this. Okay. What else? Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. This, 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 okay? And then this. Okay. Now, this used to confuse me a lot. Trust me, this was... I used to extrude the wrong shapes, forget to extrude some shapes. I mean, it was confusing. So I made it a habit to try to trim most of this stuff as I can as I go along. So it makes it easier for me in the long run. Because if I want to edit something, then it's easier to just work with it. You know what I mean? So we'll go there, go there, go there, delete that, delete that. What is this guy? Delete that, delete that. And you see this guy right here hiding? Delete that. Okay. Okay, delete that. Okay, so what's gonna happen, you see what I'm saying, is gonna take that as a little shape. So I'm just gonna break a line, okay, so it doesn't take that as a shape. Boom, boom, boom. This one, and then the last one. Not bad, we did it kind of fast. Okay. So, and then I'm going to show you, like, if you don't want to do flat, right? So I'll show you both ways on this design right here, on the offset design. If you don't want to do flat, if you want like the G to come out or whatever. Okay. All right. I think we're pretty much cleaned up over here. Okay. All right. I'm going to finish the sketch. Okay. And I'm going to do boom, highlight the whole thing, extrude it, -4. And I'm going to do new component, boom. And then bring the sketch back. Okay, and then P. Okay, so first thing first. Okay, let's do the letters so I don't confuse myself. 1 millimeters, new component. Let's do all the letters first. PARROTKNG. And then I think we got to bring the inside too because we made it into an outline. So that. Okay, so all that is going to be one color. Okay. And then the rest of it, okay? So the outside 1 millimeter, and then the offsets we made for the inside right here. Okay, O, and O, I have no clue what this is gonna look like. I think it's gonna look good. All right, let me export this, and let's just say PK1, and then go over here, boom, boom. By the way, if you guys did not know, control key and D cleans up the plate. Control key and I brings up the open a project or whatever. All right, PK1. Okay, PK1 right here. Okay, now you see how we got the outline shape and everything. Component 2. Let's just make it all black. Okay, black, red. That looks kind of weird. No, I guess not. I guess we could have left that whole inside. We could have just left the whole inside and it would have looked fine. Let me see what that's gonna look like. So let me do back. Okay, so even though we have offset, but I'm still gonna pick the shape. So I'm gonna do E, 1 millimeter, new component, and then I'm gonna do this one. So I'm gonna just pick the offsets with it too. Okay, and so that's gonna be taking that as one shape. Okay, and then this guy here. And then new component, and then that 1 millimeter, and then now we gotta pick these insides right here. Okay, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Okay, export. I'm gonna say PK1, replace it, yes, and then Control D, Control I, and then PK1 right here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, let's make the whole thing black, and then the whole thing black on the back and red. Boom, right there. Look at that. Okay, nice and clean. PK, Parrot King. That, by the way, that's the name I stream with and everything. That's how 3D printing came out, actually. So that's the key tag right there. Okay, so you know, to make things easier a bit, you know what I've done, because I make a lot of key tags. I have added a step file for just a keyhole that's 5 millimeters. So you go to, so I have it saved over here. Key tags. Where's my key tags? Right here, keychains, and then keyhole, right? Keyhole. Now you see this keyhole comes up. Now I know this is what, 5 millimeters, and the keyhole is 5 millimeters too, right? Now if it was 4, I can change the keyhole down to 4, right? So I'm gonna make the keyhole color black as well. Where's black? Right there. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna say, let's say I want it right there. But what you gotta do is click it and then hold Control and click the key tag, right click, assemble. Okay, now you got a key tag right there. So I do a lot of this. I'll just save the keyhole. I know it's 5 millimeter. 5 millimeter works fine for me, and I'll just save it. Okay, so 28 minutes. Okay, if you wanted to print it straight side up. Okay, I think it might be the same if you print it upside down. 180. Okay, so we got 1 millimeter of filament changes. 28 minutes, same thing, right? And then it's going to print upside down. It's going to give you a nice texture on the front. Okay. Okay, now what we're gonna do, let me change the song. I don't know if I like that song. Okay, cool. Now what we're gonna do is, now I'm gonna show you if you want the letters raised. Okay, so here we go. We go back to my sketch. right here. Okay, simple, nice and easy. Okay, we want the background to be -4. Okay, and let's say I want to extrude 2 millimeters, or actually the background to be 4 millimeters for the base, and then 2 millimeters for the raised letters. Okay, that's what I want, right? So -4 for the whole thing again. Okay, new component. Okay, now simple, nice and easy. Pick your letter, E for extrude. Okay, 2 millimeters, new component, and remember we got to pick the inside one because we offsetted that too. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, done. That easy. Okay, export it, and I'm gonna still call it PK1, so I'm not making a lot of files. Okay, Control D works when you're in prepare. Control D, Control I. Go back to my Bambu and video and PK1. Okay, and now we're gonna make the whole thing black. And we want the letters to be red or yellow. And now look at that beautiful. And same thing, add the keyhole and you got yourself a key tag right there, okay? So that's what that's gonna look like, okay? Now, let's do it the other way, okay? Let me hide this sketch right here and let me see if we can offset, okay? O for offset, okay? Because let's say I want to border around this, okay? So I'm gonna hit O, I'm gonna click on the body, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say 1 millimeter. Sure, that's great. Okay. Now let me see, where did they put that sketch, the outline? Okay, so the sketch is 4 millimeters up. Remember that sketch is 4 millimeters up, but I wanted to come up all the way to 6 millimeters to give it that depth, right? That 3D depth, right? What good is 3D printing if we can't give it some depth? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, extrude, -4. Okay, because first I got to go back. New component, and then I'm gonna bring the sketch back, click that, and then E for extrude, and then 2 millimeters, and then new component, and boom. Okay, now let's see what it looks like. Okay, export and PK1, yes. Okay, now let's do this, and let's bring PK1 back in. And if I did everything right, it should have a raised outline too. Okay, so we got the whole thing black. Okay, well, actually the whole thing black, and then red, not red, black, and boom. Look at that beautiful thing right there. Okay, so now you're not going to be wasting a lot of filament either, or they're going through a lot of filament changes, because all the black is on the bottom, all the red is at one layer and up. Okay, so now remember one thing though, if I wanted to add a keyhole, like I said, I got a keyhole and I like to add it. Okay, so let's say I have the keyhole that's been saved as 5 millimeters. Okay, but remember, if I keep this black and I put in 5, look at all the filament changes it's going to be doing while it's in red. Okay, so let's just say, for the sake of argument, I'm going to make that black, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to control and right click this, and I'm going to assemble both of these. Okay, assemble, and then let's slice it, and I'm going to show you the difference. If you can see, look at that black right there, right? And I'm going to slice it and go here. Okay, so we're gonna go through 6 filament changes. Okay, it's gonna take 34 minutes. Okay, now let's go back. Let's unassemble this thing, because unassemble. Okay, right there. Okay, unassemble. Go to rescale. Take off the uniform scale, because I wanted to just go down 1 millimeter, so I'm gonna make it 4. Okay, and then I'm gonna place it back where I want it. And then I'm going to click it, and then hold control, right click, and then where's my assemble? Okay, I didn't have it. Assemble. Okay, now let's slice it. Okay, 2 filament changes. You see that? 6 filament changes versus 2. Just the little thing that you got to keep in your mind, you know, if you're going to save these things to like use it over and over again. Okay, so that's pretty much everything, how I make my key tags. Now, whether I want to add, one day I'll show you guys, I'll make a video of how I add other things to the key tag. Like I did a baby dinosaur one, I did a Pikachu one, I did this. I mean, there's a lot of, my aunt's been keeping me busy to make all the damn keychains for their kids. But I do a lot of things, and like I said, this video was just to show you how to work with text, how to get the offset of it, how to do the rectangular easy way, or if you want the outline, the shape of the outline, then how to do it that way, then how do you bring the offset of the outline. You see what I mean? Did that make sense? Okay. I hope it helped you guys. If it did, please hit like and subscribe. Follow me on my socials, like I said, on Instagram. Do a lot of my posting is done on Instagram. And if there's something that you like to know how to do the tutorial and how to work on it, let me know. I'll try to sit down, take some time out, and make a video on it, and hopefully it'll help you guys. Thank you so much.